Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the unconformity of structural geology. So, what is conformity? Conformity is a succession of strata wherein all the beds are parallel and deposited above the other according to the law of order of superposition, without any disturbance or erosion while they were being deposited. So, conformity means succession of strata, that is, obey the law of order of superposition. So, what is law of order of superposition? In law of order of superposition, always older beds lie on the bottom and younger beds lie on the top. So, such a succession of strata is called a conformable series. So, let us come to the unconformity. So, in conformity, there is no disturbance and there is no erosion. So, in unconformity, erosion occur or disturbance occur. So, unconformity means a surface of erosion or non-deposition that separates younger series of rocks from older series. So, unconformity means a missing part of geologic record. Weathering and erosion wipe away layers of rocks and form a gap in the timeline. Mainly in nonconformity, weathering erosion plays important role, and in this erosion or non-deposition surface created, and that surface separates the two rock mass from younger to older. Okay, so let's come to the formation of unconformity. How unconformity forms. Unconformity formed by mainly four processes. First is your conformity occurs, then erosion, then deposition, then tectonic activity. Finally conformity is formed. So, first is your formation of older rocks or younger rocks are occur. Then upliftment, this is your upliftment and subvarial erosion of the older rocks. Then the formation of a younger succession of beds above the surface of erosion. This is your surface of erosion, and in the surface of erosion younger rocks are formed. Then this is your unconformity. Thus, an unconformity is a surface of erosion or non-deposition that separates. This is your unconformity, and it separates younger strata from older ones. It is accordingly eroded as a planar structure. Okay. So, what are the types of unconformity? Unconformity, before that we know the largest unconformity, that is known as largest regional unconformity, that is known as Eparchan unconformity, or it is also known as Tirupati Hills. A notified national geoheritage monument is a measure of discontinuity of stratigraphic significance that represent a period of remarkable serenity in the geological history of the earth. So, this Eparchan unconformity between the ancient Archean and the overlying younger Kadapa series means Archean, between the Archean and Proterozoic period, a unconformity is present, that is known as Eparchan unconformity, and the boundary is between sedimentary rocks of Kadapa supergroup, that is 1600 million years in age, and Archean rocks comprising granite, gneiss and dolerite dikes that are more than 2100 million years old. A 500 million year gap of deposition, sudden changes and discontinuity in the rock layers in the earth crust provides an insight into the formation of the subcontinent, the orogeny and the paleo environment, and the exotic collection of paleoflora and fauna. So this is the largest unconformity, Eparchian unconformity, which is present between the Archean and Proterozoic, that is the formation, Archean formation and Kodapok formation between the, and the age of the unconformity, Eparchian unconformity, or the gap of the Eparchian unconformity is your 500 million year. So next come to the classification of the unconformity. So generally it have been classified into various types on the basis of factors like the relationship existing between the underlying and above laying rock beds, whether both are sedimentary or one of them is igneous origin or metamorphic origin. So classification generally based on the beds, type of rock beds, and second one the attitude of the underlying and overlying beds, second one the deep and strike of the overlying and underlying beds. So the various types of unconformities may be as follows. So first is your angular unconformity, then disconformity, nonconformity, local unconformity, blended unconformity, para unconformity, and buttress unconformity. So what is the significant features of these unconformities? In angular unconformities, the older beds are tilted. In disconformity, both older and younger beds are parallel, but small amount of erosion occurs. Then in para unconformity is a type of disconformity, or it is otherwise known as parallel unconformity, but in para unconformity there is no erosion. This is plane of discontinuity or unconformity. And in non-conformity, here the distinct feature is older and younger beds are different origin of rocks, means older beds are of either igneous or metamorphic, younger beds are sedimentary origin. So let's discuss one by one in detail. So first of all, angular unconformity. So what is angular unconformity? We know angular unconformity is the mainly defined by tilted and eroded layer. If the beds beneath the erosion surface are folded or tilted so that there is angular discordance between the younger and older beds, the contact is called angular unconformity. In this case, both the underlying and overlying rocks are of sedimentary origin. So in the angular unconformity, both the beds are sedimentary origin, but the attitude of the rocks above and below the plane of discontinuity differs from each other. So here beds are same but attitude is different, means the deep and strike of the lower bed is different from the deep and strike of the upper bed. Next come to the formation of angular unconformity. So how angular unconformity or generally unconformity forms? In first slide we have already discussed. Now see, first of all, sedimentation of beds A to D beneath the sea occurs. This is your A bed, B bed, C bed and D bed. So here first sedimentation occurs, then sediment deposit the beneath the sea. Here you can see in the video how angular unconformity occur or formed. Then uplift of above sea level and exposure of D to erosion. First of all, sediments are sediment deposition, then see here folding or upliftment occur, then erosion occur, then subsidence, after erosion subsidence under the sea, then renewed sedimentation deposition, then finally sediments are deposited and unconformity is produced. Here is your angular unconformity. So in this way angular unconformity is formed. Next, types is your disconformity. So disconformity is also known as parallel unconformity. In this unconformity between parallel layers of sedimentary rocks which represents a period of erosion. So in this disconformity it is important for period of erosion or non-deposition. Disconformity are marked by features of subaerial erosion. This type of erosion can level channels and paleosols in the rock record. Next is your para-unconformity. Para-unconformity is a type of disconformity or parallel unconformity where no apparent erosion occurs. Okay, so it is a simply called non-depositional unconformity or pseudo unconformity. Short para-unconformities are called diastreams. So difference between the disconformity and para-conformity is in disconformity subaerial erosion occurs, but in para-unconformity no erosion, no apparent erosion or non-depositional layer is occur, and it is also called pseudo unconformity. So in the disconformity the lower and upper series of beds deep at same amount and in the same direction. Thus this type of unconformity is formed when there is a lesser magnitude of diastrophism or disturbance between the deposition of the two succession of strata. So in angular unconformity deep and strikes are different, both older and younger beds, but in disconformity attitude of the rock beds are different, same, attitude of the rock bed are same. Here is the example of disconformity, parallel strata of different edges by an erosional surface. See here two types of disconformity occur. Here is one disconformity and here is another disconformity. See here red wall limestone Mississippian age, here late Pennsylvanian age. Pennsylvanian age your Carboniferous age, okay, or Paleozoic period. Mississippian age your recent age, and Supai formation early Pennsylvanian age. So this bed is your older formation, this is your younger formation. The sedimentary rock formation preserve fossils from different ages in geologic time. So next types is your non-conformity. The non-conformity is a unconformity where different beds are different for older and younger. So in non-conformity it is commonly applied to structure in which the older formation made of essentially plutonic rocks is overlain unconformably by sedimentary rocks or lava flows. The essential concept being that prolonged erosion must have occurred to expose the intrusive before burial. It is not of any tectonic significance. So it is also known as heterolithic unconformity. Why it is called heterolithic? Because the rock types are different from older to younger series. In older bed or underlying bed there is plutonic rock or metamorphic rocks are present, and a younger bed or overlying bed is of sedimentary origin. So this is your example of non-conformity. Grand Canyon, Arizona sandstone, Cambrian overlies schist, that is Proterozoic. Okay, so this is your schist rock, Proterozoic period, and this is your sandstone, that is sedimentary rock, Cambrian period. Next local unconformity and regional unconformity. So local unconformity means time involved is short period or it occurs for less time period, and regional unconformity occurs extensive region or large time period. Local unconformity is a similar to disconformity, means parallel unconformity. Only difference is your short time period or short region. But in regional unconformity, a surface of discontinuity in sedimentary rocks that extends throughout an extensive region. It may record a significant interruption in deposition, tectonics or erosion of older strata. And eparchian unconformity is the example of regional unconformity. Then next is your blended unconformity. An unconformity having no distinct surface of separation or sharp contact. Or in blended unconformity, mainly important is thick residual soil. So in unconformity, thick residual soil is present, which graded downward into the underlying rocks and was partly incorporated in the overlying rocks. The example, a non-conformity between granite and overlying basal arcosic sediment derived as a product of its disintegration. So blended unconformity is a type of non-conformity. So blended unconformity defines the different rock types of different beds, and it is distinctly characterized by thick residual soil of deposition or erosion. Next is your buttress unconformity. In buttress unconformity occurs when younger bedding is deposited against older strata, thus the influencing its bedding structure. It is also called as on-lap unconformity, where beds of younger sequence were deposited in a region of significant pre-depositional topography. Imagine a shallow sea in which there are islands composed of older rock beds. When sedimentation occurs in this sea, the new horizontal layers of strata terminate at the margins of the island. So this is your buttress unconformity, and this is all about the types of unconformity. In the next video we will discuss about the significance and recognition and difference between fault and unconformity. Thank you.